Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you aren't already, make sure you subscribe at the bottom right side of the screen so you can get notifications of whenever I post new videos. So it's been a lot going on these past couple days, from the dear Queen of Soul Aretha Franklin passing away to Nicki Minaj going on these Twitter rants about being the #1 album against Travis Scott, 2 Chainz getting married and who snapped it up together kind of looking a mess, and the VMAs. So let's dive into it and let's talk about it. So last Thursday, August 16th, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, passed away due to pancreatic cancer. She was 76 and she was a major influence in music. She's known for her songs such as Natural Woman, Respect, Rock Steady, and a bunch of other songs. She's won 18 Grammys between the years of 1968 all the way up until more recent as 2008. She will forever be remembered, and may she rest in peace. Next up, Nicki Minaj. So she decided to go on a Twitter rant a couple days ago, pretty much saying how Travis Scott's album isn't #1 right now, but it's reported that it's being, his album Astroworld is reported as being #1 as a #1 album in the United States. Well, she decided to object to that and saying that his album wasn't #1 and that her album was still #1, and how he's including his merchandise sales and all this other stuff included into his album sales records. So she it seems like she was a little bit salty, and she just went on this Twitter rant talking about it, said that she called him and explained it to him like, hey, your album is #1, you can't include your merchandise sales and all this other stuff including your actual album sales. And she was saying how, you know, I explained this to him and he knows and blah blah blah. But what my thing is, why is she sitting here explaining, you know, no, you're not, like just kind of just shooting him down like, you know, your album is #1, blah blah blah. And she even went as deep as he pretty much saying that he made his girlfriend Kylie Jenner create a post on Instagram announcing him going on tour, and pretty much Kylie was like, hey, you know, me and Stormy, they're kid together, can't wait to see you all on tour, blah blah blah. And she was saying that Travis Scott did that to increase album sales or something. I don't know. I would say she kind of came up with this conspiracy theorist because of that. But anyways, to me, she seems a little bit bitter, and don't get me wrong, I like Nicki Minaj's music. I loved Pink Friday and I really liked the Pink Print. I can't really get into her Queen album, but I will say I like her music. But the past couple weeks she just been kind of tripping. She been talking a little bit too much, and I'm not saying she should shut up or anything, but I'm just saying she been talking a little bit too much. She just seems mad aggressive, bruh. Like, she just seems so aggressive. She has to keep explaining herself, and I don't know if it's because she's saying she's been keeping quiet for so long, now she just earned out everything, she's speaking her mind, whoop-de-wop, that's cool. And just kind of announcing her accolades and stuff. I mean, we know that you've been charting good music for a while, you know, you have incredible album sales, blah blah blah, but if you're the greatest and all this, you wouldn't have to announce it, right? I mean, people forever saying Jay-Z is the best rapper alive, or he's just the best rapper, but you don't hear him constantly saying that. You don't hear other female artists like Lil' Kim or Queen Latifah or Foxy Brown. You don't see any of them or ever heard of any of them in the past talking about, oh, I got this, I got these album sales, I'm the best, blah blah blah. At least I don't recall them saying that. So it seems like Nicki, she's kind of doing too much. My thing is, I don't know if she's doing this because she has a little bit more competition now, because Cardi's out and Cardi has some competition and the world loves Cardi. She's just so down to earth. I don't know if she's doing all this to kind of remind people like, hey, don't forget, you know, I'm still the best out here. I got incredible, remarkable album sales. I got all this going on, like almost like a, hey, don't forget about me, I'm still doing good shit over here. I don't know if that's why she's doing it, but it's making me, and from like other people's comments I've been seeing on social media, just kind of draw back from her, like, hey, you kind of doing too much. You know, not saying shut up, but just kind of, I won't say humble yourself, but kind of tone it down. Like, you don't have to come across as being so aggressive and just like, oh, I mean, you know, your album sales ain't shit, or you know, I'm number one, Queen is the number one album, blah blah blah, in regards to the whole Travis Scott situation. But she can just tone it down a little bit. But that's just my opinion. I just feel like she's being a little bitter Betty. She's doing too much, and to me, she just needs to simmer down. But what y'all think? That's just my opinion. You know, I could just be saying this because I like Cardi, but I really like both of them. But it's kind of making it easier to shift to the Cardi side with Nicki kind of acting like this. But that's just my opinion. What y'all think? Comment below and let me know. So, 2 Chainz got married over the weekend to his long-term girlfriend. They got about 3 kids together. They've been together about like 10 years or so, something like that. Congratulations to them. But what I want to talk about is Kanye and Lil Wayne snapped it up. So I'm going to show y'all this picture, right, y'all? Alright, so you can see, okay, you know, Kanye look cool from about the ankles up. Then he got on these super thick slides. And then you got Lil Wayne, who looks, you know, nice in a tuxedo. But what's going on with his face? His hair? We'll get past that. But his face, like his skin, he just kind of looks older. Like, I don't want to say stressed out, but he just kind of looked like he's not doing so well. And it just kind of looked like a hot mess, them together. But on the other end, maybe Lil Wayne is going through something. You know, it's been reported that he's had, you know, multiple seizures and all that. So maybe he's having some health problems. And on the other end, Kanye, he's just probably promoting, you know, his Yeezys. Those probably just some Yeezy slides. They also look like they're about a size and a half, 2 sizes too small. But hey, you know, whatever you got to do to promote your shoes. What y'all think? Did y'all think, you know, that they looked okay together? Do you agree with me? Like, yeah, Lil Wayne kind of look a little rough, and Kanye could have threw on some Cole Haans or something like that. You know, some nice shoes. But what y'all think? Comment below and let me know. So the VMAs came on Monday night, and they were okay. You know, they didn't have a host, but they did have Cardi B opening up. She had a little skit. She was acting like she was holding her baby, when really it was just, you know, one of the awards and one of the trophies in her arm. She also won Best New Artist. And in her acceptance speech, she kind of was throwing a little bit of shade because last week sometime, like I said, Funk Flex interviewed Nicki Minaj. But before he interviewed Nicki, he pretty much was saying Cardi B, along with other artists, they pay for radio time, they pay for radio play, and they pretty much pay people to amp up their music just so they can promote their music and get better sales. So whenever he interviewed Nicki Minaj brought it up without saying Cardi B's name. She was saying that record labels, they pay radio stations for pretty much to play a song. So they may play Cardi's label may pay a radio station to play her song. Supposedly, I'm using it as an example, not saying that that's what happened, but she was pretty much saying that these record labels, they be paying for radio time, and also the same as what Flex was saying, just so they can kind of amp up someone's music, you know, promote them so they can get better album sales. So she goes along, and they, you know, her and Flex are having this conversation, blah blah blah. Fast forward to when Cardi won her award. She was saying that the love that her family and friends and fans give her is genuine, is real, and it's something that can't be bought, bitch. So that sounded a little shady and a little directed, but I don't blame her. You know, she also went on the Instagram live rant and was just saying that every time she accomplished something, people always think it's a catch to it, like it's not real or it's not genuine. And you know, I agree with her. Why can't somebody just accomplish something without extra help? Why can't they just do it because they earned it? You know, that's just what, you know, they earned that accomplishment. So I completely agree with Cardi, and I understand her, you know, her frustrations and all of that. Also, on the VMAs, Nicki Minaj, she performed 2 songs off of her Queen album. She performed Majesty and Barbie Dreams. So, and she also won an award as well. And Mind you, her performance was good, just so y'all, well, no, I'm not a Nicki hater, but her performance was really good. She looked really, really pretty and all of that. She also won an award. I can't remember what it was, but she won an award, and she has this, I guess this podcast or whatever, it's called Queen Radio, and she said, okay, I'm gonna announce who the whole nigga of the week is, or whatever, some kind of, almost like in comparison to a donkey of the week, you know, like with Charlamagne from the Breakfast Club. So she decided to air that the next day, Tuesday, depending on whenever I post this video. We're just gonna say yesterday or something. So she says that it's Travis Scott, and she, you know, just went back and reiterated that, you know, he knows his album isn't #1 and blah blah blah, just pretty much saying what I was telling y'all earlier. Again, sounds like she's hating and she's being a bitter Betty. I'm not understanding where all this aggression really is coming from. I don't know if it's because she expected her album to come out and, you know, there not being any extra drama involved and her not having any other competition. I'm not sure why she's acting like this, or is she just always like this and we really just noticing that, you know, and it's really coming out and people didn't press her buttons. That could be the case too, you know, that could be the case. But what y'all think? Do y'all think she needed to do all of that? You know, once she said what she said on Twitter, should she had just been done? Or do y'all think, hey, she can say what she want to say, you know, y'all all, you know, part of the Barb Hive, I guess, or what is it called, the Barbs or whatever. So what y'all think? Comment below and let me know. So that's all the entertainment talk I got for y'all this week. Per usual, make sure y'all follow and like all of my social media pages. It's DaniGo_Bree. That is on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next week or whenever I upload another video. Toodles.